Hello, and welcome back for more full throttle action from a team that doesn't have a single member with the full throttle ability in XCOM, War of the Chosen. And before you send me packing and start mailing out the cease and desist letters for falsely advertising my product, just give me a moment to defend myself here and let me say I think I'm actually gonna pick up full throttle here, just in an effort to experiment a little more with what the skirmisher has to offer. It's gonna be, it's gonna be a little bit like that time freshman year when you kissed your roommate. You weren't sure where it was gonna lead, but you were both drunk, so it was sort of a consequence-free environment, because worst case scenario, you could always just chalk it up to the booze. And hey, if it had worked out, it could have been great. Maybe it could have been a romance that would have lasted the ages. Could have been something you were telling your grandkids 15 years from now. But I mean, well, it didn't work out that way. In fact, it was really awkward and uncomfortable, and you've had a hard time looking your roommate in the face at class reunions anymore. But still, minimal consequences. And that's kind of the way I feel about full throttle here. It's a relatively small investment of points. It gives us extra mobility with every kill we get. We're going to have to try and figure out a way. I'm assuming it takes an action, so we're going to have to try and figure out a way to make that action fruitful. Ideally, what we do is use it, kill somebody with like a free ability, say Whiplash for instance, and then maybe shoot another unit dead. So it's a combination, and it seems like it's going to be highly situational, but we can always try it out. And worst case scenario, well, we wind up having an awkward encounter at our next class reunion. But I mean, hey, how often do you actually go to a class reunion? What, like one time every 10 years? So let's do this. Let's pick it up. And also, you know what? I'm going to buy the interrupt ability here for Dominic Toretto as well. I say we go whole hog on this. Down a pint of Jim Beam, slap on some Dr. Pepper lip gloss, and start doing some smooching. What's the worst that could happen? I mean, they could report us to the campus authorities for sexual assault. I suppose that's the worst that could happen, but seems unlikely. It's just, it's one harmless little innocent kiss. Just, kind of roll with it. Try it out. Maybe you didn't know, but you had romantic feelings. Maybe they were harboring deep down inside you, and you're like, you know what? I wish we had done this sooner. Or alternatively, there's going to be an awkward silence between the two of you every time you see each other for the next 15 to 20 years. Small price to pay. So we're at maximum capacity for our contacts. We kind of need to up that then. Let's go do a little bit of engineer shuffle. The engineer shuffle, by the way, the dance that allured you to your roommate. You saw him doing the engineer shuffle, and you're like, oh, gotta give me some of that. So we could take somebody off this shielded power coil, throw them onto resistance comms. Intriguing. Is that how we want to do this? I feel like, yes, we actually are going to need Bridget Wallace. So, Bridget, sorry. You're done here. 26 days for that shielded power coil, but we got to increase our resistance contacts. Get over here, get to work. Now we've got 8. That's 2 more. That's enough to get us an additional safety valve. Although that safety valve will be in a location that is going to have an alien ruler on it. Little unfortunate, but, that's the price you pay. Sometimes you got to make the tough decisions, right? Off we go to East Africa, and I feel like we should probably install a radio beacon here. 1, because it's our first African contact site. And 2, because it lets us chain up into Europe for a minimal additional intel cost. I don't really care, Tessura, the Grim Stalker. Just stop pestering me. No, because I don't bother to count. Also, they're not even on my team yet. I have never even spoken to the people of South Africa. Why? We're not in communications with them, Bradford. Why are they counting on us? If they're counting on us, that's the half their problem right there. I'm assuming just some stranger I've never met will show up and save me. Well, no, or that's the problem. Exercise a little self-reliance, like the svelte, sexy Lily Shen here is like, you know what? I'm gonna build my own damn plasma rifle and use it to kill aliens, because Pete's doing a shit job. Tired of him being a terrible leader. I'm gonna, you know what? I say fuck you, Joe Boo. I do it myself. Beam pistol, plasma rifle, storm gun, berserker autopsy is instant. We might as well knock that one out of there.
This fearsome creature long referred to as a berserker,
Yeah.
is clearly a genetic.
Should I just go ahead and insert the obligatory joke about Lady Gaga here? Because I kind of feel like it's getting a little tattered around the edges, actually.
This particular variant is unique in that it is all.
Let's talk about those toenails, Dr. Tigan, shall we? What do you say about giving this gal a mani-pedi? Look at those things. Just hardened and grizzled? Good God, it's gonna take like so much work to shave those down into what is an actual workable foot. We've unlocked Overdrive Serum, which is completely useless. What else have we got? Where's Powered Armor? Alien Encryption is inspired, and you know what? This is a story mission. Powered Armor is great, but it's going to take us 15 days. Alien Encryption we can get knocked down to 5 if we just go deep into it right now. Just like Dr. Tigan was going deep into that Utah Berserker. Build items. I would like to get my new bullpup. Yeah. Let's not be stupid this time and upgrade the wrong thing. Instead, let's go plasma bullpups. Is there anything else here we actually need to upgrade? The arc blade, I don't believe counts for us. Like, an arc blade upgrade does not upgrade our ripjack, I don't think. It says ranger upgrade. I'm pretty sure that does not upgrade the ripjack. I think we may have to research, like, Gauss weaponry or something to upgrade the ripjack. Or, you know what? No, I think the ripjack one is, like, maybe it comes as part of the power armor. Either way, I'm not spending any more money on that. We got the upgraded bullpups. That's what we really needed. Let's get back to scanning.
I probably could have saved a lot of time repairing.
You know what? I could save a lot of time by just skipping out of that conversation, too, Lily. Let's just go with that. We picked up a gas bomb, which is, of the potential, like, secondary grenades, probably the least useful one. Oh, we were actually making contact in the western U.S., and I just abandoned that to come to Africa, huh? I am a fickle mushhead. Yeah, and old Jackie DiNorcio picking up a little bit of promotion. That's right, Pete ain't the only one getting a boon. You know what I'm saying? Getting promoted beyond capo. Soon I'm gonna be kingpin. Be the lord of this town. Wandering around with a cane and a fancy suit like that guy in that movie. Then somebody will kick me in the knees backwards and I'll fall over and... Well, you know, I don't really want to get beat up by Ben Affleck. It seems like it would kind of take you down a peg in your social standing. People find out Affleck took you down. So we picked up Suit Up. I think that just makes armor projects complete instantly. Yeah, that's actually a terrible order. It is really bad.
Our influence with the resistance factions has
motivated
them to share some new information on the Chosen.
We had another promotion pending, if I recall. Interchangeable upgrades. That's so good. I want to recruit this Templar because it has a promotion, but honestly, interchangeable upgrades it's actually too good to pass up, though. And we can send any 2 soldiers on this, which means it's going to be Eddie Vedder's younger brother, Eva Zishenko, career scientist, and Old Finger. You guys go get us the technical advances. There are no risks on this mission whatsoever, which is fantastic, mostly because we sent Finger. I'm comfortable with this. Begin that covert action. For only 5 days investment, that's a pretty hearty reward there. Interchangeable upgrades, we can retool our gear however we like. I'll definitely not remember that we actually have that ability like 20 minutes from now. But what are you going to do? Well, what I'm going to do is give Jackie DiNorcio the Interrupt ability. Interrupt is actually kind of growing on me. I think Interrupt combined with Combat Presence, or not Combat Presence, but combined with Waylay, might be interesting, although Interrupt takes an action, and I think probably... Is Waylay a passive ability? It would just be nice if they said this is passive. Just throw in, like, a little descriptor there. Riddick has finally recovered from his wounds. Just, you know, help a brother out a little bit. The talented and handsome Skip Bradford coming out to crack jokes about how everybody in the Resistance has shittier hair than him. Don't make fun of their hair, Bradford. You're making a bet. See, this guy's bald. Like, lay off. Did you see him? He gave the bald guy the once-over. He glanced at him from, like, head to foot, said, bald, and then just immediately dismissed him like he wasn't even a person. That's fucking cold, Skippy. We can make contact with Western Africa, we can make contact with South Africa, and what we're going to do instead is go make contact with the Western United States, which apparently is what we were doing before we forgot what we were doing and just ran off. We can circle back to Africa later. Yeah, you do that. It's like a real Hunger Games kind of thing. Go full Donald Sutherland on it.
These findings will likely prove crucial to our ongoing efforts, Commander.
Well, there's the Shadow Chamber available. Reinforced heavy armor. Reinforced heavy armor immediately. Which does what? Our breakthroughs yield a new means of reinforcing our turbo food. Additional increase of... Does this apply to powered armor, or is this applied to the actual... like the war suit? Because if it's the war suit, I don't care. If it applies to powered armor, then I do care. And also, we don't have powered armor yet. How long is this? 5 days. Well, I guess there's one way to find out. We can try it. If it works, we'll have it for future campaigns. Well, rather, if it works, we'll just get the benefit. If it doesn't work in future campaigns, we'll realize, hey, maybe don't research this because it kind of blows. It's a waste of a breakthrough.
Coming in for you now, Commander.
Yeah, we're going to lose out on a promotion opportunity because the month rolled over while we were still... But I kind of feel like maybe you can summon Advent Priest. That sucks. I still kind of feel like the ability to interchange our weapon upgrades is actually more useful. To strip those off and... You're trying to sabotage the Avenger. Okay, you're doing Retribution and Retribution. Don't really care about that. The Lost, we don't care about. Bending Reed, we don't care about. Probably what will stop is then whatever the hidden event is, even though we're going in on that one sight unseen. We don't care. Additional 3 power on the Avenger is useful. I guess we'll go hidden reserves too. And then... You know, feedback is interesting. Only because Suit Up is objectively garbage. Bonds of War is, I mean... probably better than feedback, come to think of it. Let's just go ahead and do that. We have no influence with the Reapers.
As you wish.
I guess we haven't done the initial Warlock one yet. No, cancel. What were you trying to hijack me into doing over there? Oh, our supply drop. I don't care about that supply drop. They'll be there 2 days from now. Interchangeable upgrades is complete. Well, we lost... promotion for recruiting a Templar, but what did we get instead? Counter chosen activity, don't really care. Fabricate a PCS. Facility, no, we're looking for promotions though. You're shitting me. Not a single promotion on the entire run, huh? I didn't just like overlook one? Maybe? Just there was one I didn't happen to spot. Nope, we're just boned. Fantastic. Well. Alright then, I guess what we'll do is like go hunt the Chosen Warlock because it takes a very minimal commitment of soldiers and it does have ambushed Chosen. We can't counter it either. You almost never get ambushed on the first one. So let's send Chris Varick. Who would we like to get some extra dodge? I don't know. Finelli seems fine. And then we can negate the chance that somebody gets wounded. I feel like we should send somebody good on this one. What's the overall duration of this mission? It's only 5 days. Maybe we do this. Like, what if we send Riddick and Beardo? They drop it down to only 4 days. It's 2 of our best kicks out of action, but then we send Finelli out there with them just to make sure that none of them comes back wounded. And if we get ambushed on this mission, we can just laugh it off because those guys are going to tear whatever decides to ambush them right in half. Your people? What people are you talking about there, Volk? What, do you get a turd in your pocket? Because this looks like a kind of a me situation, not a we situation. All I see out here doing work is me and Skip Bradford. I don't see a Reaper anywhere. It's exactly as I planned, Pete. Nobody sees the Reapers come. Yeah, whatever. Or alternatively, rather than being ghosted watching us from every single corner, I'm gonna present the alternative hypothesis that they're actually nowhere to be found because they're not doing shit. They're just sitting on their ass. Sit on their hands somewhere. Yes, I'm aware that a supply drop is available. You know what? Here, if you'll stop bothering me about it, I'll go pick it up. Are you happy now? We're already sort of getting to the point where supplies don't matter even a tiny bit. We are going to build a radio beacon in the western United States in all likelihood as well. We got safety valves open here. Yeah, you know who brings nothing to this situation? Wardens of the Dark. Excellent. Okay, got extra faction support. What did we get? Extra supply drop money. Good God, we're getting terrible XCOM abilities, though. Like, all of them are garbage.
Our influence with the resistance factions has motivated them to share some new information on the Chosen.
Yeah, well, we spent a whole bunch of ability points here. I guess maybe our best bet is, like, let's just go get them back. Do we want to send... You know, we don't really want to send Riddick and Calden Beardo on this one. We could take it from 6 days to 5 days, but there's no level requirement on any of this and no chance anybody gets captured. So it feels like this is time for a man apart in the finger to go get some work done. We'll throw in that 25 intel just for shits and giggles. You'll get me enough ability points that I can pay for one of those full throttles I probably foolishly bought. And in all likelihood won't remember I have when it comes time to actually use it. I doubt they cared. Be like, what if the hunter shows up? They're like, we'll just shoot him. It's no big deal. What? He's not really good at his job. If he shows up, we'll just kill him. It's fine. Do we look worried? Do you see us sweating over here? Does any of us even look remotely concerned? It's because we're not. So utility items, give me weapons. Armors, not that that matters. So, go with the Richard B. Riddick. He's still a little tired from our last mission. Beardo's fine fettle. This is a retaliation mission, so we should probably take a pretty solid team. Xander Cage hasn't been getting enough action of late. He's a man of action, so, you know, when it comes to action, he's like, I gots to get mine. Let's take the Iron Giant, who's finally back in action, and, you know, Binky, you've been doing a pretty good job. Let's just keep throwing you into the mix. Weapons, then. We could retool our weapons. I'm probably not going to. We should, like, give you a decent weapon, but I'm probably not going to retool them too much. Where's the really good gun that we always give you? Advanced repeater, advanced scope, and an autoloader. That's not it. Advanced scope, hair trigger, advanced autoloader. Not it. It has an advanced expanded magazine. That's the one I want. Scope, expanded magazine, and a hair trigger. Repeater, that's it. That is the gun of Richard B. Riddick. Give you a utility item. Take blue screen rounds. Strong chance we encounter some robots here. Beardo, let's get you a gun. What do you want? What do you like? What's your bit? Expanded magazine and a hair trigger along with the scope. Seems respectable. Let's do that. Plasma grenade. Take a skulljack. We like Beardo to be able to go in and skull mine a dude. Xander Cage, it's been a while since you've been out and about. Advanced repeater, advanced scope, and an auto loader. I like it. Let's do that. Keep that plasma grenade. Although we do have a gas bomb, but the gas bomb just doesn't work on some enemies. Let's give you a battle scanner. Potentially helpful on this mission because, hey, there's going to be some faceless out there, and the battle scanner gives us an opportunity to reveal them. Groot, advanced scope, and a hair trigger. All right. Seems fine. Advanced scope, hair trigger. Can we add anything to that? You have an advanced autoloader on there. That'll do, pig. That'll do. You know, Groot's not really a pig, Pete. He's more of a tree. That'll do, tree. That'll do. There, are you happy now? Binky? Take your patented stock and superior laser sight. Is there something else we can add to that? Sure, an advanced expanded magazine. Alright. Ultimately, we'll probably wind up tearing that off. Actually, can we just tear that off? How do we remove one? Is that just this button? I was told these were interchangeable. I'm not really going to worry about it, because honestly, kind of don't care. Binky, you're taking the med kit because you're the pacifier. That's got you sorted. In we go. The team is... Holy crap, what did you strap to the end of your gun, dude? Some kind of howitzer on there. What the hell is that thing? Is that the repeater? That's the most impressive repeater we've ever seen. It's gigantic. Looks like you taped a Coke bottle at the end of it. That would make it a silencer, Pete? Be like a ghetto silencer? Yeah, okay, sure. Also, it's probably going to make you miss any significant range, because I'm assuming a Coke bottle would deflect a bullet pretty significantly. Like, that's the worst kind of ghetto silencer of all time. You better off just, like, wrapping a towel around the gun. Liberty Canyon in New India. Liberty Canyon sounds very much like a stripper name. And now, coming to the stage live for your entertainment pleasure, Miss Liberty Canyon. She would come out always dressed like the Statue of Liberty or in a star-spangled bikini.
You won't have a concealed position for deployment on this one.
Yeah, I sure don't. But honestly, I also kind of don't care. Xander Cage, why don't you be extreme and run to the top of this Winnebago and see what you can see? Well, you can see some civilians, and this feels like a good time for us to hurl this battle scanner out here. And it's a good thing we did, because there's some chrysalids over there. Alright, so important lesson learned. Beardo, if we have you grapple to here,
repositioning.
That's a freebie. And then we kind of want to go ahead and activate this pod. I think we just bring them in. Let's have them come running for the rich taste of XCOM. You want some of Calder Hunter? Come and get it, chrysalids. Mostly, I just want to keep you away from the fucking civilians, because the one thing we know about retaliation missions is that chrysalids and civilians fucking don't mix. Can we hit all three of these guys? No, we can hit two of them. Do we want to use our freebie? You have retribution, so wrath is in theory still on the table here. Let's hold off on that a second. Groot,
Tactical movement.
why don't you take a tactical move to the roof of this vehicle and then tactically see what you can tactically shoot? You could kill one of those chrysalids, absolutely. Probably two of them. Actually, possibly three of them. Do we have somebody who has their newfangled full throttle ability? Because I'd really like to test it out. Beardo, do you have full throttle? Did we got full throttle and we brought no one on the mission who actually has the ability, huh? Good thinking, Pete. That's definitely going to be a strong way to test it out and see how good it is. Just don't bring anyone who actually has it. Perfect. Well played, son. Well played. All right, throw this grenade out there. This will kill nothing, but it does soften them up for us. Calder Hunter's the right choice for that grenade simply because he has volatile mix. Groot, why don't you finish off the two in the back there, because these are both slam dunk kills. Get wrecked. And then why don't you wreck his little friend as well? What do you... There we go! XCOM working a turkey through. Another one bites the dust, Freddie Mercury style. Richard B. Riddick, let's not feed you kills, because honestly, you don't need them. Shane Wolf, maybe parkour? Here's the one time we can actually sort of gamble on parkour doing something. Also, you have a terrible chance to hit, Shane. And then he goes and does a thing like critical. You can see that guy from here, right? Yeah, all right. So Iron Giant. Worst case scenario, we have to have Riddick come clean up the mess at the end of the round. Hopefully, yeah, our boy can't miss. That's a dead chrysalid. Racking up the Ks. The hair trigger for the free action, I'm thinking we'll probably just throw a reload at that and BFG. Unless you have an auto loader. You have a hair trigger, a scope, and... Oh, what's your other one? You do have an auto loader, so you have free reloads. Well, then let's not waste the free reload. Free is free. Let's not waste it. Let's get our boy Richard B. Riddick out here instead.
I must run.
These civilians up, we already know, are 100% safe. Don't burrow, though. He fucking burrowed. Don't burrow, though. Also fucking burrowed. Okay, we got burrowing chrysalids. Ludmilla took one to the face. So, battle scanner is in the hands of Xander Cage, right? Yep. Well, we've only got one, but since we've got to go this way, we can both scan some civilians and potentially reveal some chrysalids, so throw this as far out as you can. Let's figure out where those bastards are. We got one of them. And we also reveal the faces. We can't wrath over there, because if we wrath over there, we're very definitely going to activate some additional pods. We assiduously want to avoid that. Groot, you're not really helpful here. So where, if we go up here, are we going to have shots? We should have a shot at the chrysalid. It doesn't look like we can get a shot at that faceless, though. Really? Why not? No shot at the faceless, huh? Never mind, we have shots at the faceless. How are we doing? Okay, 87 on the faceless, 84 on the chrysalid. The chrysalid, very definitely the bigger threat. I'd like to save some whiplashing for the robots in the region. Any chance we can catch both of these guys with a grenade? Oh, we can barely throw one that far. The only way we're likely to kill that chrysalid is if we use whiplash, and as much as I'd like to save it for the robot, it feels like it's better off to soften up this chrysalid. Whiplash does have the added advantage of ignoring armor. And then we follow that up with just the regular shot here. 84% for the kill. Done and done. Oh, hair trigger. That does sweet free action for the BFG. Any day, though, you want to decide to go ahead and take that free action, you might as well capitalize on that. Shoot that faceless in the face. He's more faceless than ever now. Oh, that's okay. I'm a little worried about Riddick popping an additional chrysalid, but if there was a burrowing chrysalid in the region, I feel like we would have already triggered him. Great shot, by the way. I guess it's up to your bro, Calder Hunter, then, to come and finish this off. That's what we like to see. Okay, and then the rest of it's just going to be, let's do some overwatching here from the Binkster. Groot, Binky, cover us up in case one of those burrowing chrysalids decides to come running for the rich taste of XCOM. You're going to kill another civilian. You know, say what you want, but full credit to this robot. At least he's making them pretty challenging shots. I'd really love for there to be a way for us to get an opportunity to reveal those chrysalids without having to get stabbed by one. And unfortunately, I don't think there is. What if we grapple to like a rooftop or a tile that's otherwise unreachable for a chrysalid? Is there someplace we could grapple where they would... you know, odds are that would actually probably break the game, Pete. And also, the one tile we can grapple ourselves into right now is currently on fire, so maybe that's not the best idea ever.
I am watching.
Maybe we just advance under the cover of a ridiculous amount of Overwatch. Which, you know, can work as far as the chrysalid thing goes. If you advance slowly with a bunch of people overwatching, and then have your lead, like your lead unit step out to here, say we have Beardo go out in front as our last unit while he's got all these guys behind him on Overwatch, we have a respectable chance of bringing down a chrysalid before it gets its free shot. Respectable may be an overstatement, but we have a non-zero chance. How's that?
As you order.
Let's go ahead and go for the rescue here. Again, these guys are confirmed not faceless, so we got that working to our advantage. Gonna just keep sitting back there, popping them off, huh? Man, this robot has not missed. We really should go kill that guy. Building is on fire. If we grapple... we could grapple to here. That will definitely trigger the robot. You know what? Let's try it.
Take a new approach.
Pete, you've already abandoned your entire Overwatch paradigm. Yeah, I do that. Talk about an idea, say how it's a good idea and a smart thing to do, and then immediately just not do it anymore. That's just how I roll. Well, this robot has made himself highly killable. We hit him with the whiplash. Doesn't even count as an action. Then we follow it up with a little bit of 100% chance to hit. Shot you in the brain. And you know what? We're actually not going to use our final action on the robot. We're going to Justice the Heavy Lancer instead. He's only wounded, but he's also standing next to you on a building, so the wound is probably going to ultimately wind up being fatal. Grapple. You can get to the rooftop, which really, Groot, is all we care about. Just make it to the roof. And then shoot this man in the face. Go ahead, reload. That was a freebie. We knew that. Take our Overwatch shot. And then Iron Giant, you can probably just come over here and kill the... Just straight up grease this robot, right? There's only room for one robot in this town. And that robot is made of iron. Gigantic iron. Critic. Little Overwatch. We actually see, there's yet another reason why parkour is not good. Simply because not only do you oftentimes forget you have it, but a lot of times it never comes up because you're queuing actions before the Herald Pinter pauses can play out. We do have another civvy over here. What do we got? You know, as far as pods go, not the end of the world. The priests are problematic. Beardo's in a little trouble vis-a-vis the fire. So Calder Hunter, we could have you wrath your way into this pile. Stab one of these dudes with a wrath and then shank another one with a skull mine. But are we going to have sufficient support to follow that up and make it not suicide? And also, what if a chrysalid comes to town? All things considered, it's probably not a good idea. So let's do this instead. We come over here, grab this advanced repeater, and an advanced speed module is very helpful for us. And then we whip a... Oh, come on, man. You're one tile short. You know what, Riddick? That's actually unacceptable. Unacceptable. Grapple to here instead. I need those guys exposed. Somehow you have made the situation more unacceptable. Well, rather than go for damage on the people, we could just try and blow all of the cover. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm not happy. We did no damage to the enemy, but we did vaporize all of the cover. Beardo, I'm still thinking like sending you right into the screaming middle of this might be our best play. You have... It's the only way we're going to be able to get multiple kills. I'd also love to have you be able to pull a subsequent shot. BFG, you going to be able to give us anything? Like, if you grapple, where can you be? Can you get to a tile that isn't on fire? Maybe, but probably only if we move. Like, you can get to a tile that's not on fire, but only if we vacate it. So who do we hit then? I think we hit the shield bearer. We wrath over to the shield bearer, give him a little bit of the poked. Then we skull mine the priest. You set yourself on fire, though, didn't you?
It struck their armor.
Yeah, we also didn't... Like, you tried to be in the... You picked the worst possible tile to stand in. Like, without fail, these guys pick the worst possible tile. This is an insta-gib. We're definitely going to fail the hack. Neural feedback is going to... We don't... Yep, alright. So we're taking 2 damage from failed neural feedback, but instant killing that priest is probably, all things considered, worth the damage. BFG. I don't reckon you can... Can you occupy? Yes, you can.
Tactical movement.
Come and occupy the formerly flaming spot. And take a couple shots. You know, you do have a justice here. What do you say you throw it at this other elite trooper?
I bring justice.
And make him more killable for the remainder of your friends. Give him a little shankin here. You're pointing the wrong way, buddy. That's why you took one in the heart. And then we shoot you. Yeah, that armor is going to be a problem. Why, if we didn't get a nice little hair trigger, though, to help negate some of that armor.
We must destroy their armor.
We're fine. You got another... The man. Look at him go. The Iron Giant, he's like, no, I'll get him. Don't worry, Pete. I got this. I can hair trigger all goddamn day. And then what did he do? He hair triggered all goddamn day.
Take a new approach.
Meanwhile, the pacifier can come up here and rack up a very simple 1, 2, 3, easy as could be, easy bake oven style kill. Also, railing kill. Ass over tea kettle. That was a railing kill. Overwatch for you. Still a little worried about those chrysalids. The sons of bitches gotta be somewhere. They burrowed. We know they're around. Groot, let's just bring you over here. Put you on Overwatch. We're gonna have to go full Overwatch creeper meta, I guess. Oh, here he comes. We knew the burrow was in play.
The fire cannot be stopped.
Where'd he go, though?
Grows.
Okay, Beardo, let's have you fall back. I'm a little worried about the chrysalid thing.
You must run.
And we're gonna have to do our Overwatch.
I will not waver.
We can rescue you through a wall, which is fine.
You are not safe here.
Well, we're not gonna get him. We had one person on Overwatch. Unless this is a repeater kill. We barely hit him, actually. Yeah, and this is what we were concerned about. So the chrysalid poison is now in full action, and it's going to be tearing... Like, they're going to make, like, 19 new chrysalids a turn. It's supremely irritating. So if we wrath our way over here... Not to the cocoon. The cocoon is the only thing we can see, huh? I mean, I want to kill the chrysalid, not the cocoon. Calder, you can't really help us here, can you? Groot, if you open this door, you get a shot at anything? You do. Well, you can shoot the cocoon. You know what? Fine, shoot it. We do have some repeaters on the table here, so it's possible we could get like a repeater kill on this, maybe? Take the shot. You have a repeater. Could we execute it? No. And then what are we going to do? I think we have you go... It's too early for Battle Lord. Binky, just bring you around here. There's still a chrysalid over there who, by the way, we are not going to get to do anything to. So I think we have you Overwatch. Xander Cage, we're probably going to have you also Overwatch. I don't suppose you can grapple anywhere helpful, can you? Not really. Let's save that grapple for next turn. You also Overwatch. BFG. I think we just move you up and have you also Overwatch here. Well, you can see the actual chrysalid, though, right? You can see a chrysalid. Who is behind us. That's very not good. Do we have anybody else who can help you in any capacity? We do not. Unless Xander Cage... Well, he could hit him with a Ripjack Strike. Can't Wrath over there, but he can Ripjack over. Okay, so BFG... You take this shot. You got to soften this guy up. And then Richard B. Riddick should be able to close him out. with just a straight up good old ionic ripjack strike. This will do 6 damage. Should be enough to kill him. It was, in fact, exactly enough to kill him. And there's a faceless. Yeah. That's not great. That booty, though. I mean, it's hard to stay mad at that ass. It really is. Other chrysalid. Well, if we're going to take Overwatch, I'd much rather take Overwatch at the chrysalid than anything else. We're not going to hit it, but we still got 1 damage on the stock. Stop making more enemies, you jerk. This one's going to spit out a chrysalid. You're fine. So now we got all these chrysalid cocoons we got to deal with. I hate chrysalids and civilians. Chrysalids on civilian missions just, they suck so much. I would like somebody on that rooftop. So we gotta kill, the chrysalid is definitely the priority. So Wrath, not to the cocoon, not to the cocoon. Wrath to the chrysalid, please. This is the thing that we're most desperate to kill. I don't want it spawning a bunch of additional chrysalids. Yeah, I know. It's fine. Now kill it. Fantastic work. You shot the cocoon. Perfect. That's exactly what we needed. Well then. Can you wrath over to the chrysalid? You can. Well, wrath over and kill him. You know, your definition of useful and my definition of useful, Shane Wolf, not exactly identical since you just set your fucking self on fire. Fantastic work, by the way. All you can do is hunker down, huh? Can you move? Shoot the faceless. It really seems like as long as there's an open tile, a wrath should never take you into an actual ball of fire, though. Like, the ability should be coded to be intelligent enough to, hey, you know, there's a tile that isn't on fire. Maybe I should stand in that one. That's all I'm saying. Whiplash the faceless and kill him. And then we've got to pump 8,000 rounds of ammo into these chrysalid cocoons in the hope that we can generate a kill. He does have a repeater. We did not execute it. Really what we're doing here is we're trying to farm executions on these cocoons. It's our best chance to kill them. And we did get it. So now what do we got to do? We got to kill this last cocoon before we have a chance to take burning damage. So grapple to here and shoot twice. I don't believe you have a repeater, but you do have a can't miss shot at a chrysalid cocoon, and we've only got to get 24 more damage out of it. It's basically a can't miss shot. How many more shooters have we got? 2, both of whom are in not ideal positions. We are unlikely to be able to kill this thing.
I will go.
And by unlikely, I mean unless we get an execution, it's going to be basically impossible. The whiplash will help. You know what? Maybe it's not impossible. 89%. It's up to our boy, Richard B. Riddick. He has to wind up in a tile where he can see the cocoon. He does have a whiplash, so we got 2 chances here. We're gonna need them both. Oh, you son of a bitch.
We put our soldiers through a lot. They'll need time to deal with these issues when we get back.
God damn it. That obsessive reloader cost us. Like, we could have been out of the mission were it not for obsessive. I'm actually furious, Riddick. I'm actually genuinely furious.
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. We're not picking up
Genuinely
contact.
furious.
AO is clear. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Soldiers wounded 3, I beg your pardon? No, that is inaccurate. We did not have 3 soldiers wounded. We had 1 soldier who caught on fire That's it. That was the extent of the wounds. One flaming soldier. Nobody else got wounded there. Yeah, but you said 3 wounded soldiers. Somebody explain that to me, please. Paul Ryan, nobody cares. You're on your way out of office. Could you shut up? Yeah, violence, cruelty. What about the violence and cruelty of the new world? Because it seems equally violent and cruel. All right, nobody's limping. Wait, how did these guys get injured?
It's a testament to our cause.
Lightly wounded, lightly wounded. How did you guys wind up with these wounds? I don't understand, and I don't like it. We definitely want retribution, even though the more I take it, the more convinced I become that it's actually kind of a shit ability. Lightning reflexes, however, is great. And that's it. The only promotion was Groot, huh? Alright then. I mean, Groot's got a great kill to mission ratio, 3-1. Same as Xander Cage. Richard B. Riddick, of course, probably leading the pack in both total kills and kill to mission ratio. The man is... he's a god, what can we say? Rescued 8 civilians, got an advanced repeater. Helpful. PCS mobility, also good.
Hello.
Chrysalid corpses, not relevant. New India's income has been increased by 24 supplies a month, and our number of completed missions has been increased by 1. I'm going to wrap this one up. So, the full throttle thing. Yeah, maybe next time we decide we're talking about experimenting with full throttle, consider taking somebody on the mission who actually has the full throttle ability, Pete, so that you can try it out. That would be... smart thinking. Be like if they had built a large hadron collider and then just decided, oh, by the way, we're not interested in physics anymore. We're going to start doing sociology research. Be like, but what about that giant particle accelerator we built under Switzerland? I mean, like, you know, I get it's still there. We'll get around to it. Just, I'm really interested in the social dynamics of mass hysteria. Gotta get more focus, man. Anyway, if you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see more great analogies about the Large Hadron Collider, you might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of XCOM every single day. And hey, we did discover the Higgs boson, so there's something out of that. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.